What is going on, guys? TJ, Matt, and Dustin here with Daily Grind Fantasy Sports, and welcome to the official live stream. We got a midday Monday here at DGF. We hope everybody's having a fantastic start to their week so far. We are going to break down all things value across all of the various DFS apps. So, guys, stay tuned. We got a lot for you today. Matt and Dustin, how was the weekend? We have two fathers here also for Father's Day. Hope you guys had fantastic Father's Day. Well, yeah. Chips unfortunately left me, so I had a solo Father's Day by myself in the dark on the couch, crying, eating ice cream, but it is what it is. Hope you two gentlemen had a fantastic Father's Day. I know both of you did. But how was the weekend, guys? How are we looking so far today?
Great. I'm glad to be back. I was spending all day over with my dad down at his place, so that's what I was doing, and somehow I got more sick. So that's always fun. So
Happy Father's Day to you, Matt.
What's that?
I said that's a good Happy Father's Day to you. Huh?
Yeah, I know. Thanks to my son, like literally. So how was your Father's Day, Dustin?
What about you, Dustin?
Hey, mine was good. Spent it by the pool with some family, drinking the hands, so it was just good. Appreciate it. It was fun.
That's awesome. Yeah, I was with my dad also, so big happy Father's Day out there to everybody in here that is a father or was with their father or family or what have you. Already 42 of you guys in here. Thank you so much. If you guys could please go ahead and hit that like button. We would greatly appreciate it. I see all of the locals in here. We got Marvin here, Andra, we got Kenny, Skywalker, aka Obi. So we appreciate you guys tuning in. Gentlemen, we have a promo today over on one DFS app. Normally on Mondays, they are a little bit dry, but No House Advantage did give us one promo right now. They bumped the St. Louis and Washington Nationals no-run first inning from 0.5 runs up to 1.5. So the under 1.5 is what we would be looking at here. If you guys haven't signed up for NHA yet, you can do so right now using code DGF for a 100% match up to your first $100 deposit. Today would be a really good day to do so. Take advantage of that promo that they are offering right now. But guys, I don't know if we want to start with NHA, if we want to start Prizepicks.
I kind of do.
You want to? Okay. Yeah. Well, we can do that. We can pull up the NHA board, see what we have, see if we have any value, anything that we can potentially build out here. Now, Matt, we obviously don't have no run first inning on our NHA opto quite yet, but Dustin was able to uncover that the over 0.5 no run first inning was what, Dustin? 53% on the over of 0.5, correct?
Correct.
Over on Prizepicks? Okay.
Yep, using the Prizepicks optimizer.
So we get that bumped from 0.5 to 1.5. So Matt, I guess a good guesstimation. What would you think that would be listed at here if we were taking the under 1.5 on NHA? Maybe around like 62% on the under of 1.5, something right around that range?
Yeah, by no means, guys, am I saying like this is a sexy promo. I think, if we had to guess, I mean, one run's going to move this thing probably about 10 to 15%. So if you're looking at it, it's like, 60, 65%, I would say. Slight juice on the over. My whole thing is like, if we go building out a slip right now, like all these plays, 53.26, 53.06, we're starting to creep really low to that average leg of 54.26, which is usually what we're looking for. Should we hold off? I feel like that's really close.
I mean, I hate to be that guy, Matt, but I think in the time we're going to be streaming here for 45 minutes to an hour, I don't think we're going to get blessed with any NHA value at any time soon, unfortunately. We can for sure hold off because I obviously don't. I definitely don't want to force anything.
Let me do this real quick. For the people watching, and this is a little bit of a life lesson here, okay? Because, again, we're trying to build a plus EV slip on No House Advantage as of their change and their payouts. The best slip type is going to be your non-insured, so your 5 power play, we'll call it. We're looking for 54.26% average. Let's just call that no runs first innings a 60%. We'll go ahead and take the top 5 here. I'm going to look for the average leg percentage, assuming that thing is about 60%. So let me just do that real quick because now I'm curious.
I'm going to say it's right around 55%. I think 55%. This is without looking at anything or doing any math.
Yeah, so I mean, like this is not a fun promo. So 54.11 is what we're looking at. So that thing's not even plus EV with that, assuming that thing's 60%.
And that's being on the safe side, assuming that's at 60%.
I
think we hold off. We wait. Guys, I would for sure use it if you do see anything hit the optimizer. I wouldn't just let it fall by the wayside. But be patient. Obviously, it isn't something you should be jumping the gun and just building out a random slip with. Wait for some better value, and then kind of go from there. But we'll hold off. Hopefully, by the time the stream ends, we can build something out.
Real quick, TJ, what I'm looking for, it's something like this. Like I was just kind of peeking at the top of the optimizer. I know you guys just did the math, and we found out it's not really plus EV with anything on there.
Right.
But if we can get something with these 53%ers that are maybe some correlation between hitters, like we get 2 hitters and the over, HRR, and then an over single or something like that. That's something I would love to help boost that slip just a tad bit.
Yeah. For sure. Again, I think
we can find something like that.
We could. I think we're still doing a lot of mental math, and I think that from my perspective, I like to be sure. That's just me, though.
Mm-hmm.
No, 100%. I'm saying like whenever it comes down to it, and we have these 53%ers, we're teeter on the edge. Maybe we can find, just so we take advantage of this promo, and if we can get it to plus EV just barely, by correlating, that would be what I'm looking to do.
That being said, I want to revisit NHA here in a little bit because they have regular season props. I know that you guys cover them on another stream, but we should come back here and see if there's any discrepancies because that would be really fun. So I think we should revisit that. I know the people want to see NFL, right?
Oh yeah.
On NFL props, There were a lot of plays that Dustin and I actually ran through. We tweeted out what was it, Dustin? Was it Amon-Ra St. Brown and
that was on Prizepicks and Underdog, right?
Correct. Yeah. We can for sure dive into NHA. I know Alex actually over at Odds Jam did a slip this weekend also comparing Prizepicks to Underdog. But yeah, I think we can definitely dive into NHA. Maybe at the later portion and see if we can find any good discrepancies. Some really good chances to middle.
I love that. Let's do that, guys, towards the end of the live stream. If you guys want to see NFL props, again, we'll go ahead and do that at the end of the stream. Use code DGF for 100% matchup to $100. That is on NHA, and then we'll go over those season props here in a little bit.
Yes, sir.
Let's switch. Go ahead.
Creep. Guys, 60 of you in here. If you could, please hit the like button. We would greatly appreciate it. Let's go ahead and jump in. Let's see what else we got over here for value. There is some Prizepicks value right now. I think the combination of all 3 of our videos that we actually posted this morning, we have each and every single one of these top 5 plays, but why don't we go ahead and go through some of these top plays here over on Prizepicks. I feel like there was another play on this Prizepicks board that might have just moved when I just went back over to
Devers is creeping up, actually.
No House. Devers is creeping up there, as is Brandon Williamson also over strikeouts. I thought there was something else on here.
So for you guys who aren't aware, we did recently add Dota 2 props. We might as well just be esports cappers here in the offseason because we're just going to keep adding esports. I think there's one more sport, which is Valorant. So if you guys like esports, guys, now's the best time to sign up. By the way, in their code STREAM, if you guys want to sign up for 25% off in the annual subscription to take advantage of these, again, we only tweet out and make videos during the day. For all you DGF people out there, you guys know that the best value is found in the middle of the night, possibly later in the morning. So guys, if you haven't already, use code STREAM to find these plays by yourself for 25% off any annual subscription. So that being said, Dota was added. Some male, I think that's how you pronounce his name, was added into
no
my
idea.
slip. Yeah.
No idea how to say his name. You should have heard me say it. It took me 12. I pronounced his name, I think, 3 different ways in the video I made today.
Can we hear all 3? Because now I'm curious.
I said Sumail, Sumol, and Sumail, I think I did. I think I did all 3 of those. I might have had a 4th pronunciation in there.
All of those might be wrong, which is the best part.
I think they are all wrong, honestly.
That's amazing.
How do you think you pronounce it?
Sumail? I mean, that's how it's literally spelled.
I think it's Sumail.
Sumail? Yeah, that could be it.
Either way, I think it's a dumb name, and he should change it, if I'm being honest with you guys.
Oh, wow.
What we're looking at here, guys, in the very top is going to be his kill count at 12 on Prizepicks, and on Underdog, it's set to 14. So I go over this mindset every single Prizepicks video, and really every live stream. We're not sitting here saying that you should base the sharp odds off of Underdog, nor are we saying you should base the sharp odds off of Prizepicks. We're saying based on this discrepancy, this is mathematically a good bet to take on both sides. So what you'll do, if you switch over to the Underdog Fantasy Optimizer, you'll see the under being taken at 14, while using Prizepicks as a direct comparison as to 12. Because think about it, guys. You technically don't lose your slip. You could win your slip if he lands on 12, 13, or 14. That is a huge opportunity, especially when you talk about that in terms of kills. That is enough to move the needle, make this a profitable sports bet, which is why we take the over here on Prizepicks at 12. So hopefully you guys understand that. Like, the reason that we're doing this one-to-one comparison and taking these middle opportunities is because of that reason.
Yeah, Matt, you bring up middling here. Sumail, or however the fuck we say his name, was actually on UD at 14.5. Did get bumped down to 14 already.
Yeah, I missed that, but I still took it at 14.
Still good, guys. Still a great play.
Yeah, still good.
This thing could potentially go down to 13.5, almost 13 for this to be a profitable bet. So,
yeah, definitely. Guys, do we want to build out a slip? Because I know we have all 3 of us have some sort of variation of these top 4 plays. Do we want to just head over to UD and see if there's anything, or do we want to build out a 5 flex here?
We can switch to UD because I know UD has a lot of plays. So let's do that.
Yeah, let's do that. So we got over on Underdog. We'll definitely keep an eye on Prizepicks, as we are No House Advantage, seeing if we can use that promo. We have Sumail at the top, under 14.
Look at that.
What do you know? Guys, if you got him at 14.5, you got him at a much better play. But like Matt was just mentioning, really good middle opportunity here when just simply comparing Underdog back to Prizepicks. 2 kill discrepancy between the 2 apps. If you got him at 14.5, good for you. If you want to take him at 14, still a really good play on the over on Underdog.
100%. And the really cool thing about Underdog is the math behind these slips. The best slip type is technically going to be your 5-pick insured. But what's really good about Underdog is a 3-man non-insured is a really good slip type, like one of the best in the entire industry. So that's why we like playing 3-mans over here. And as you can see, there's only 3 plays to play that are plus EV. So, you know, it's perfect timing for this. Let's go ahead and build a slip on Underdog. If I were to play right now, I would middle that Sumail guy, take the under here at 14. Nolan Gorman, we take the over fantasy score. That's the first fantasy score I've seen in a while. That's an over for MLB. Yeah. Guys, those have been cashing out. A lot of screenshots have been coming my way in terms of fantasy scores. And I'll go over the fantasy scores here in just a second. But a lot of unders on some of these studs like Mookie Betts, always set to 8.5, 9. We have Mike Trout always sitting at least at 10. Yeah, and Ohtani. Like, those are always unders because, you know, Underdog just for some reason decides to price these guys so high.
Right, yeah. Dustin, anything else you like in here?
Yeah. So you talked about Nolan Gorman, and I actually have this exact slip. This is the exact slip I just entered a little bit ago. Middling Sumail, between the Prizepicks and Underdog with Sumail. Then I took Kebron Hayes for my 3rd leg of this plus EV 3-man slip on Underdog. Kebron Hayes, another discrepancy over here on Underdog. 6.5 is what Underdog has him at. We're taking the over. And looking to see what the discrepancy is exactly. So it looks like it's off by 1.3 when comparing directly to what DraftKings would have it at if they had a fantasy score market by taking the near even lines of his near even lines of his props that make up the fantasy score for underdog.
Sure.
So that's a really, really good play. And I wanted to mention TJ. I'm not sure if it was in the slip you tweeted out, but I went ahead and tweeted out a jock market slip as well, taking the over on earned runs for Drew Smiley, who is the pitcher going up against Ke'Bryan Hayes. So a little bit of correlation for my slips on different apps here. So I like the fact that he's favored to go over, and then I got the over and earned runs with Drew Smiley on jock market earlier today.
Yeah, jock market. You guys are tweeting out a lot of the jock market slips earlier.
Insane value right now.
Yeah, jock market I kind of feel like is on that same level of parlay play. Maybe not quite as high, but the value that jock market has day in and day out is really huge. They have some really good opportunities. And over there on jock market, they're 3-man uninsured slips, same exact as underdog, so 6 times payout. They're looking for 55% plus individual odds per each individual leg in that slip for it to be plus EV. So yeah, those are really good slips to attack over there in jock market, and you have some real good opportunities throughout the day to create some 3-man uninsureds over there.
Thane, you're putting out fake news in the chat here. Otani is a GOAT though, and goes over damn near 80% of the time. Are you just pulling that percentage out of your butt? Like, what's going on here? What's going on with that? 80%. That's 80% would be insane if he hit the over 80% of the time.
I gotta say, I don't even think Otani's that good, if I'm being honest. I actually can throw left-handed as fast as I can right-handed. You don't see me bragging about it. So whatever. He's not that good. But go ahead, Dustin.
I was just gonna say what's funny is I've seen somebody tweet out he's leading his team in every single category. Every single category.
Wait, your pitching categories too?
Pitching and
he's legitimately gonna get he's gonna get like a $800 million contract. It's gonna be absolutely insane.
And he'll still be
the worst. The worst thing is like it's deserved. Like that's the most insane part. Like you can justify it too, which is absolutely crazy to think about.
I mean, think about it. He has a whole nother market overseas too. So like, talk about a money making machine. This guy anyway.
Oh my god! Imagine the sponsors he has.
Yeah, I know. It's
not even here in the U.S. Like what?
Yeah.
All right.
Someone said, "Bro, mute TJ." Dude just hit 6 home runs in a week. Whatever, guys. I could outduel fucking Otani. Fuck you guys. But yeah, so. Just build out a UD slip. Sumil under 14 kills, obviously good middling opportunity over taking the over on Prizepicks. You got Nolan Gorman over 6.5 fantasy score, and you have Ke'Bryan Hayes. Is that how you say his name? Ke'Bryan?
Yeah, I think
Ke'Bryan Hayes over
Ke'Bryan,
6.5. Whatever. Ke'Bryan Hayes over 6.5 fantasy score as well, so a really strong 3-leg. And again, 6 times payout over there on UD, 55%. Plus individual fair odds is what you're looking for that slip to be plus EV, and you have that in all 3 of those plays individually, so that is a plus EV slip over on UD.
One thing I want to mention real quick.
Yep, go ahead.
Mason says, can we talk about how I took down the first parlay play free to play UFC by guessing? Essentially, if some of you guys don't know, parlay play has this free to play like contest. Literally costs you 0 money to get in,
and Mason's a wagon.
Place it. Well, just in general, not only is he a wagon, but I mean, it's literally free to play. There's no reason that you shouldn't just be entering something with it. I mean, it's not costing you any money at all. No risk, nothing. It's just another little promo thing that they got going over there. So I like that. If you guys aren't on parlay play already.
Mason, congratulations, man. What a takedown.
We got a couple people wanting Prizepicks. Well, by a couple, I mean just Zach. Zach, do you want to switch over to Prizepicks? Guys, you want to switch back over?
Yeah, let's do it. See what else we got over there.
Here, let me do the math again, because again, for any of you guys who are observing us for the very first time, we're looking at average leg percent odds to hit of 54.26%. I think that this slip will be plus EV if we take the top 5 here. So let's go ahead. I'm just going to do some quick math.
Yeah, we'll be right there. Yeah, for sure. You don't even need to do it. I can already tell because the Sumil's at almost 57%. Yeah. It'll be 54.5.
54 point, even higher, 7. Round up. Let's go and build that slip out. So guys,
let's do it. I'm sewing for that.
If we're taking plays on Prizepicks, if you guys just want to read them off to me, the top 5, I'll go ahead and so the stream can see.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to say this guy's name again. So no, Dustin, you're gonna read it off. Go ahead. I don't want to say it.
Now I feel like I have another one. Sumil. Okay. No, I think Sumil might be right.
Haven't heard that one before.
I don't know.
Keep going.
Oh, you want me to keep going? All right.
Yeah.
Brandon Williamson, over 4.5 strikeouts. By the way, Sumail was over 12
Now,
first, second map kills.
Dustin, I'm going to cut you off really quickly. So, Matt, we have Sumail over 12 kills.
Yep.
We also have Monette over 10 kills. Can you play 2 players from the same team in Dota?
You very well should and can. So one thing that I was some League of Legends nerd came at me over the weekend. Whoa. He says that positive, and he showed like this huge chart, and hey, I respected it. I didn't go back at him. He was making fun of one of my slips because there was negative correlation. So it's negative correlation when 2 players from the same matchup have overs.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's negative correlation. But when 2 players are from the same team, that is positive correlation. So 2 unders, 2 overs. And the exact same thing applies here for Dota. I was not watching, but I was observing a score because it was one of my last legs to hit this weekend for Dota. And the score they ended up scoring close to like 100 total kills. And it was because that game went so long. One team just got so many kills. It was like over 50. And positive correlation there. So I would say that if you pair Sumail and Monette and they slip together, that's positive correlation, especially since they're both overs.
Awesome. Dustin, keep it going then, buds.
All right, well, back to the MLB where I was cut off by TJ for that great explanation there on the Dota. But anyways, Brandon Williamson over 4 strikeouts, 4.5 on the sportsbook line, maybe a little juice on the under of 4.5.
Did they really just get rid of Urus?
No, spell his first name, Luis.
Yeah,
it's because he has the
apostrophe
I.
You're right. So then Monet, like you mentioned, Rafael Devers under 1.5 total bases. I think that's even been creeping up higher and higher, so that's good to see. And then Luis Urias is actually how it's pronounced, over 0.5
or your ass, but yeah.
Yeah, if he doesn't hit, that's what his new name would be. Correct. So and then we're running out of 6 flex here. We building?
We could, but I'd 6 to 5. 5 is good.
All right. So then
soft.
Urias over 0.5. Solid plays all the way around there to build that slip.
Very good plus EV, and we're not even taking into consideration the positive correlation that we were just talking about. So
I do want to say one thing, Dustin. Did you just call the I in Urisa's name an apostrophe?
Yeah, shut up.
That would be called an accento. I just want to make sure that
you just Googled that too.
Yeah, he did.
I was wrong. Didn't know what it actually was. I am
in 8th Spanish, so please don't come at me.
Okay? All right.
Actually, 16th. I lied. I'm a 16th. Okay. I know my accentos, so we're not gonna have this conversation.
What you guys could potentially do, and I just thought of this strategy. So there was a middling opportunity in here, right? With Sumail and Monet, technically, you could turn around, play the. Can you do that on Underdog? Can you turn around and play 2 correlated players from the same matchup? Anyway,
Underdog's definitely a lot more.
With League of Legends,
League of Legends, you can't play the same 2 players.
Never mind, guys. Sorry,
I'll try it. Go ahead, hit me.
I was brewing. All right, put Sumail in there under, and same thing with Monet under.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Nope,
and then throw in Gorman. Oh, you can't. Okay.
Can't do it. No.
Sorry, guys. Sorry.
You can on Prizepicks, you can't on Underdog.
Yeah.
Sebastian said it's called a tilde. Yeah, you can call it a tilde too. That's fine. I'll let you do it.
I just got Hot Streak. Anything for Fire Sale coming up? Good. You know what? That's a good question. Let's switch to Hot Streak. We haven't been on Hot Streak enough. We really need to go back to Hot Streak because there's a lot of plus EV plays over there. Even more so than Fliff recently. Look at showing off the merch.
Plus EV is what they sent me. That's sick.
Yeah, that's pretty dope.
Bottle here.
That's sick, Dustin. I hope you enjoy your bottle.
I certainly will. It tastes better out of this, honestly.
That's awesome, man. Congrats. That's so cool.
All right. Anyways,
Grichuk, is it Grichuk? Randall Grichuk?
Hit us, baseball boy. What is it?
Nah, I don't know. Actually,
I think it's Grichuk. Honestly,
I think it's Grichuk.
Grichuk.
I think it's Grichuk.
I think it's Grichuk. Like it kind of sounds like
it sounds like a Pokemon.
It sounds like a Pokemon. Exactly. Yeah, it sounds like a Pokemon.
Yeah.
All right.
We're probably all 3 butchering it. Yeah, that's a great play. If you hit the over at 0.5 again, they are. What Hot Streak does, guys, is they show their lines in terms of multipliers. So what you see on the optimizer is the most up-to-date line, plus 178. As you can see across the market, DraftKings pricing at plus 140, Barstool plus 155, Caesars plus 130. I don't know if you guys don't understand at this point how to see that value. Plus 178 is so much better. Yes, the percent odds to hit are low, but it does not matter because Hot Streak pays out in terms of their multipliers, not a fixed pick 'em payout platform. So just like sportsbooks, you need to pair at least one other play. That is the rules for Hot Streak. Brandon Williamson, overall, that slip is still pretty low % odds to hit. Doesn't matter. They're two great plays. If they hit, they're going to pay out pretty well. I don't know the exact math there, but...
Do want to mention, you can't actually put Brandon Williamson with that one because you can only use one fire play.
Yeah, okay,
one
two fire plays. Gotcha.
Yeah. So the next best one that you could add with Grychuk, if we're going Pokemon way, is Pablo Lopez, less than 17.5 pitcher outs. You can see there, 0.82 plus EV percentage. That would be, if you did a 2-man with the two of those, that'd be 7.19x return.
What question? Is the home runs, the Donovan home runs, is that an EV play?
I actually didn't even realize that.
Because if that is
no, it is. It is a 9.6% EV.
That is a ballsy play. I mean, look at that. Plus 658. Look at across the board, guys. So much market support there. Plus 500, plus 490, plus 550 across the board, plus 658 on Hot Streak. Crazy.
Yeah, that's wild.
Absolutely bananas.
You guys will switch over to Jock Market because there's a ton of green over there too.
Is there actually?
Yeah.
Oh, I
don't know if you played any of these, but yeah, there are.
I have played. Ooh, I don't think I've played any of these. Wow, we can build out a 5 flex. We can build out a 5 flex right now.
Let's do it.
Right now. Let's do it. Pull from the top.
Everybody pull out your phone.
Everybody take out your cell phones. Go to jockmarket.com.net. Guys, if you haven't downloaded Jock Market, you can use code DGF, 100% matchup to your first $100 deposit. Like I mentioned, when it comes to parlay play, I genuinely believe that Jock Market is its rival in terms of best value throughout all these DFS apps. I strongly believe that.
I will say this. I really like their UI. I think it's clean. That's just my personal opinion. Like, I love their UI.
UI is really good. I can't wait for them to have a desktop presence. I think it's coming soon. But yeah, let's go ahead and build. We can build a 5 flex directly off the top here. I think we're looking for 54.2% fair odds percent for each individual leg.
Yeah, it clears.
For it to be plus EV over on Jock Market, and you can see all 5 are above that. So what are we building here, Matt? Why don't you read it off to me so I can get this?
Perdomo under 1 total bases. Swanson over 1 total bases.
Now I have to check. I don't trust you.
Okay.
Swanson. Okay.
The rest are unders. Buxton under 1.
Buxton under 1.
Hayes under 1.5.
Hayes under 1.5.
Last but not least, Andrew Vaughn under 1.5 total bases.
Andrew Vaughn under 1.5 total bases. So all unders except for Swanson on an over.
That is correct.
Really strong. And guys, that's going to be partial lock, okay? It's actually the same exact payout as Prizepicks, so.
Partial, yeah.
Yep, 10 times here. Going to enter that, and we're locked and loaded.
You know what's even better, guys? If you wanted to play a 3-man, because they have the best of both, the best of both worlds there on Underdog, you guys can play the top 3 here: Perdomo, Swanson, and Buxton. They're all even props, so that could be defaulted down to a 2. Oh well, guys, that's a great slip overall as well.
Yeah, for sure. I actually tweeted out I tweeted out a really, really, really strong 3-leg uninsured slip over on Jock Market. All 3 plays actually got bumped.
TJ.
Yes.
While you're there on the app, they don't happen to have any esports, do they? Because that's one app I just have not been paying attention to.
They have only MLB right now.
They don't. Yeah, just MLB.
Not to interrupt, No House Advantage. We do have one play, 54.41% that ended.
We better get it before they fucking remove that bad boy. Is it gone already?
I haven't actually looked on it, so let's see if it's
probably
still
gone.
Up here.
Just Barstool.
No, it's still there. Yeah, just Barstool minus 141 under 0.5 for Jordan Walker. It's still here on NHA, but I was just kind of peeking through. So
okay.
But other than that, nothing there.
Okay.
I'm still in the NFL tab. I searched Walker, and it's just Kenneth Walker.
You know what, Matt? So speaking of NFL, let's try to find some good middling opportunities let's do that now. Let's go ahead and jump into that.
How about this? We all 3 pull up the different DFS apps here too, and we can kind of
that's a good idea.
No, that's too good of an idea. We don't operate that well. We need to have way more chaos. So
we need chaos.
Thank you for that. Thank you for that suggestion, Justin. We're going to overrule you, and we're just going to scream over each other because I think that's when we work the best.
So here's the mindset. we don't know what yards discrepancies really constitute a plus EV play. But we do know this: if there is a large enough discrepancy and two of the three apps have a larger or lower discrepancy, it's safe to say that we're going to take it on the opposing app, if that makes sense. And we're going to kind of walk through. So, TJ,
I already have a really good one.
Okay, go ahead.
Yep.
Let's start there.
So, Justin Herbert, Matt's favorite quarterback in the NFL right now. Okay. Justin Herbert's passing yards on Underdog is listed at 4,365.
Okay.
Okay. On No House Advantage, 4,450. So roughly 95 yards higher on NHA. Over on Prizepicks, it's at 4,625. So that is a almost 300-yard difference between Underdog and Prizepicks, and it's almost a 210-yard difference between NHA and Prizepicks.
Okay.
Do you want
the
DraftKings line?
Excuse me, 175
Yeah,
yards.
what's the DraftKings line? Yeah.
4,450.5.
So here's my thing, TJ. That looks good in the surface, and I'm not saying it's not, but you already know where I'm going with this. Like, is 300 yards enough for a season long?
That's a whole game.
It is.
I mean, not for Justin Herbert. That's only Justin Herbert.
That's
only a half against Jacksonville. Yeah, for sure.
So again, we don't know, but that is a good under here on Prizepicks. Let's look for some more. I think it's a good starting point.
Trevor Lawrence looks to be a little too high on Prizepicks as well. Again, so over on Underdog, 3,975 yards. It's the same exact on NHA, and then over on Prizepicks, oh my god, Prizepicks, it is 180 yards higher. It's at 4,175 yards. So NHA and UD both in agreement at that 39.75 number, and over on Prizepicks, it is 4,175 yards.
Too low on Prizepicks.
Too high on Prizepicks.
Yeah, slight juice on the under at minus 115 of that same exact number on DraftKings.
On that same number on Prizepicks?
Yes, 3,975.
So that's what I'm avoiding.
No. So no. Time out. 3,975 is on Underdog. It's on No House Advantage, and you just said DraftKings, correct?
No.
Correct.
Oh, I thought you said DraftKings was on Prizepicks.
Yeah, no. He did say Prizepicks, but he did get confused. Yes.
Okay.
So on Prizepicks right now, it is 180 yards higher than both Underdog, NHA, and then you just mentioned Dustin. What's it called? DraftKings as well. It's actually 200 yards higher. Sorry.
Guys,
200 yards in the dot.
We're losing viewers here. This is NFL content. What are you doing? What are you doing? If you guys want us to switch over to NHA, we can. But like, we're doing the fun stuff now. You know, who doesn't want a couple bucks on some season long stuff? You know.
To be honest with you guys, I actually think looking under rush yards, receiving yards.
We got our first comment in here. It's not a middle if you have to hit multiple legs on each side. Well, that is false. First of all, you can easily lose both lineups. Yes. Don't be an idiot. That is correct. But you're not describing middling correctly. So you're the idiot.
Like he knows what he's talking about.
He has no idea what he's talking about.
Yes, he does. All right, let's see what we have.
Passing touchdowns, because those are the easy ones to find. TJ, I saw Alex scoping out player touchdowns. There was a lot of different discrepancies there. So I want to start with touchdowns, because I think yards have been up there for a while too.
Yeah, for sure. It's safe to say that anything Alex posted probably got bumped also, so we'll have to keep that in mind. I think there's more players
now too.
Lawrence play, I believe, is still the same on Prizepicks.
What do you mean?
From when he posted.
Got it.
He did post
Gotcha. Okay. He took Trevor Lawrence under?
Mm-hmm.
Smart man.
Daniel Jones, no discrepancies between the three apps for passing touchdowns. Let's see Deshaun Watson.
Can you give me that number? What is that number for Daniel Jones?
17.5.
Now, what are we going to describe as a good enough discrepancy? Because for passing touchdowns, I would think 2. I mean, I definitely see a few that are one off of each other.
Yeah.
When comparing,
I just found Watson's one off on Underdog.
Yeah. So is Tua.
I think 2. I think 2's good. 2's good.
Yeah, I think 2 would also be good as well. Kirk Cousins off 1. Jared Goff is the same on UD to Prizepicks. Geno Smith off 1. Give me one with 2. Justin Fields is off 1.
How are you
Mac
doing
Jones
that so fast?
Is off 1 because I'm good at what I do, sir. Daniel Jones is even.
Multiple screens.
I have multiple screens, yeah. Jordan Love is off 1. Kenny Pickett, even, and then Desmond Ritter. What a wagon he is.
Are you looking at
that's just underdog. Nope, that was me comparing books, going prize picks to underdog.
Gotcha.
So that's how I was doing it so fast.
I think we can assume NHA is copying one of these two apps, right?
Yeah. Yep. I think it is Prizepicks. Right now,
Wait, does Jones have a rushing touchdown on? Yeah, he does. Okay.
Mac Jones?
Yeah, he does.
I'm gonna look at receiving yards. And see if any of these have moved at all. Justin Jefferson. His prize picks was off pretty significantly when it came to receiving yards. I entered in one really good slip. But it looks like both of these have kind of came on one another here.
So
Cooper Kupp is 50 off.
Have you what was the last quarterback you stopped on?
Desmond Ritter.
Okay.
Devonta Smith is still off 50. Garrett Wilson, no. AJ Brown.
Wait. Oh no, dang it. I thought I found one.
Yeah, a lot of these. What did we get, Dustin? What did we get Amon-Ra St. Brown at?
We had gotten Amon-Ra St. Brown at under 1150.5.
Yeah, he's down to 1050.5. Jalen Waddle's off 100, comparing directly back to NHA.
100?
100 yards. So PrizePicks has Jalen Waddle at 1,149 yards. No House Advantage has him at 1,000 yards. Or excuse me, 1,100 yards. And Underdog has him at 1,045 yards. So there's a 105-yard discrepancy between PrizePicks and Underdog. Dustin, do you have the DraftKings line by chance?
I'm looking for it right now as you started talking about it.
You guys talked about that, right? Lamar Jackson's rushing touchdowns, or no?
We did not.
Okay, because that's off one touchdown, and that's from 5.5 to 6.5. So that definitely is a great opportunity. Like if you guys want to think about it in terms of like middling opportunities, think about League of Legends being off a full kill. Like that's a good play. So Lamar Jackson's probably like the first really good one, and I saw Alex tweeting about it. It hasn't moved. Lamar Jackson over 5.5 season rush touchdowns, and also under on Underdog at 6.5. So there's obviously some chance he finishes at 6.
Waddle at 1075.5 on DraftKings.
1075.5. So that's 75 yards off of PrizePicks. PrizePicks is at 1150. Mark Andrews is 100 yards off when comparing his line on PrizePicks back to Underdog. And then Chris Godwin's actually 125 yards off. He's at 925.5 on UD. He's at 800 on PrizePicks. And then over on, looks like Underdog's a little off. Over on NHA, he's at 785. Looks like UD might be a little too aggressive there with that 925 number.
I'm listening. I'm just also looking.
Yep. Dustin, what do you have? Can you pull up Chris Godwin?
Yep.
Just take every Bryce Young over. Okay. Chill out, buddy.
You're not that guy.
We got a really good one. I got a really good one, boys. I got a really good one. I'm not even kidding. Najee Harris, 6 rushing touchdowns on Underdog. On PrizePicks, 7.5. That's a full 1.5 discrepancy. Yeah. Hit the under, obviously, on PrizePicks. Hit the over on Underdog.
I wonder what he's at on...
What's he at on DraftKings?
Hang on, I'm looking for Godwin. Unfortunately, they don't have like a good search. Godwin's 775.5.
Dustin, can I make a suggestion? Wait, what is he at?
775 for Godwin. Minus 140 on the over of 7.
So Godwin's 775 on DraftKings. He's 800 on PrizePicks. He's 785 on No House Advantage, and he's 926 on Underdog.
Jesus.
So
they just
Underdog
have no
looks
idea
to be
what's happening.
super, super, super aggressive.
Okay.
Dustin, if you're on DraftKings and you're looking at season props, if you hit Control F and then type in their name, it should populate, and it's kind of like a little search bar.
You handsome devil.
Question: Is it worth it? Is it worth it in doing this futures for semi-low bankroll? It really does depend, guys. Like obviously, we're not going to sit here and throw hundreds of dollars on this. I play it like any other slip. It just a dabble, right? There's some good opportunities here. Like Najee Harris over 6, under 7.5. We talked about Godwin being off like a full 100, 200 yards here.
125, yeah.
It's crazy. So guys, just great
Najee
opportunities.
Harris, 7.5 on DK.
Okay. So that Najee Harris over 6 rushing touchdowns is fantastic on UD. So right there, we just found two unbelievable plays with Chris Godwin under 926 yards. Again, he's what was it, Dustin? 785 on DraftKings?
775, I believe.
775 on DraftKings. He is at 799 on Prizepicks, 785 on No House Advantage, and then 926 on Underdog.
Guys, come on.
They are 125 to 140 yards off. Underdog is to those 3 other DFS apps and a sports book. Take the under there. Pair it with Najee Harris over 6 touchdowns. We're gonna look for one more play also.
Lamar Jackson under 6.5. You could throw in there.
Yeah, that's not bad. I want to keep exploring. I want to keep exploring. I want to keep seeing if we can find McLaurin off 50.
Does this get you going? Because it gets me going.
Oh,
yeah, this gets me hyped.
I'm rock hard right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah,
I did a best ball draft on DraftKings the other day, and that just
that's rushing yards.
I know. TJ, I've seen a lot of those.
I saw McCaffrey, and I just did the same thing with Eckler.
He's off a touchdown, I think. Somebody put in the chat.
Oh, is he?
Oh, yeah. I love it.
CMC 1 rush touchdown off between UD and PP. I don't know if that's true.
Alan Lazard's off 100, Dustin, if you don't mind looking him up.
Yep. What was that? Control F, you said? Yep.
Yeah, Control F.
Guys,
you can keep that up here, too.
Guys, just you wait for NFL season and the amount of props you're gonna. If you think the board looks green, with these League of Legends plays, just you wait. This and college football. Swear to God, college football is probably the best sport to target, other than like the esports discrepancies. Like honestly, swear to God. There were so many times where like we observed like 80-yard discrepancies right when the market dropped for Underdog and Prizepicks. It was crazy. Crazy.
Dustin, what was it?
Sorry.
675.5.
And who was it? I forget who I was even talking about.
Alan Lazard.
Oh, Alan Lazard. 675.5?
Correct.
Okay. So it looks like Prizepicks is a little low on that. Matt, yeah, what you were saying, that's sick. Yeah.
Yeah, I would love to find one more. At least
actually, okay, so one more guy. Look up Mark Andrews. So Lazard, you said 675?
875.5.
What?
For Andrews.
Oh, Jesus.
I was that quick.
See, the Control F, baby. Okay, so Lazard, you said 675, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so Lazard right now is at 685 on No House Advantage. He's at 700 on Prizepicks. He's at 675 on DraftKings, and he's at 600 on Underdog. So 75 yards off. And then you just said Mark Andrews is at what?
Andrews was at 875.5.
Okay, so Mark Andrews at 876 on DraftKings, 900 on Prizepicks. He is at 885 on No House Advantage. He's at 800 on Underdog. So, again, 75 to 100 yards off, both Alan Lazard and Mark Andrews. Both those overs look like really good middling opportunities on UD. I'm looking for one more, and I'm building this out. Now, you said Lamar Jackson,
5
correct?
right here, and this is a great slip. If you guys want to play the insured slip type on Underdog, which is technically the best, 100 or minus 120. Is that right? Minus 120? Yeah. Lamar Jackson, under 6.5 rushing touchdowns. Najee Harris, over 6. In my opinion, I think that's the best one.
Yeah, I love that part.
Chris Godwin under 925.5 receiving yards. This is entire slip. It looks like we're getting viewers, so we're getting public. You guys are liking this. Alan Lazard over 600.5 rushing yards, and Mark Andrews over 800.5. Correct?
Matt, yeah. What was that? You said Lamar Jackson under 6.5.
Yes. Positive
okay, and Dustin
correlation, kinda.
Dustin, did we have a DraftKings number on his rushing yards?
Yep,
Touchdowns.
Touchdowns. Excuse me. Yeah.
It is 6.5.
Yeah, okay. So that one's better to take on Prizepicks, take the over there, but still a good middling opportunity there.
Yep, still a really good middling opportunity. I'm gonna just try to see if we can find one more really crazy outlier like we have been.
Yeah,
Higbee. It's tough when you get down on these.
Remind me, Najee was over or under 6?
Najee was definitely over 6, and under 7.5 on Prizepicks.
All right, I think I might have found a better fifth leg.
Okay.
Okay. Dustin, can you look up Traylon Burks, please?
Yep.
Mason,
Trey.
How's college baseball since added to the Opto? Ask Dustin this morning. He posted 3 that were 0.5 off. 0.5.
725 on.
Okay, got it. All right, you ready? So Traylon Burks is at 725 on Prizepicks. He's at 725 on NHA. He's at 725 on DraftKings. He's at 825 on Underdog. 100 yards off. 100 yards too aggressive.
There's a five leg.
That's a fantastic 5 leg that we just built out in 10 minutes by simply comparing DFS apps and sportsbooks against one another. We get Chris Godwin under 925.5 receiving yards.
Is that right?
Mark Andrews over 800.5 receiving yards. Najee Harris over 6 rushing touchdowns. Alan Lazard over 600.5 receiving yards. And then Traylon Burks under 825.5 receiving yards.
That just fundamentally doesn't look right. Burks is projected more receiving yards than Mark Andrews on Underdog. Like, that just doesn't look right. That looks so weird. No? You guys don't agree?
I think it's yeah.
All right, I said we keep going. You guys want to just write those down, guys? If you haven't taken any of these, like, you can throw. I don't know.
Played that. I'm so. That was 5-3. Honestly, guys. That was high fives, guys, all around. Dustin learned how to control F. We're fucking firing on all cylinders. I'm just proud of us as a team and as a unit. I think we just absolutely crushed that.
Good job, guys. You want to keep going?
Chat? Yes. Am I the chat? Yeah, I do want to keep going.
Love the chemistry. Appreciate that. Can't pronounce your name.
Who is it?
First time watching y'all. Love the chemistry. Love it.
Suchi Slode. What up, Suchi?
Mason, honestly, those are the only discrepancies that we found so far. So they all, Underdog and Prizepicks generally match. I don't know why they did it this morning. So what's your unit size for season bets? It's the exact same. I wouldn't go overboard, guys. Like, don't go throwing, 10% of your units on this. This makes no sense for you to do that. Okay. As TJ's probably in the back, but he's just probably through.
Just 1,000.
Yep.
I want to just touch base on those lines that we just got. I guarantee you move. They will move on. They will move on Underdog. Underdog will come back down to those projections that we just saw. Like Traylon Burks tomorrow at some point, if we're all taking this, he'll be at 725. Najee Harris will get bumped up to 7 touchdowns. Godwin will be down at 800 yards. Lazard will be up to 675. Mark Andrews will be up to 875. I guarantee it. I don't know if it's tomorrow, the next day, but clip it. I guarantee you those are the projections that you will see for all 5 of those guys at some point. But yeah, Matt, we were just talking about these discrepancies that we already did find. When Dustin and I were doing this a little bit earlier, Dustin, a week and a half ago, maybe?
Yeah, I had found that one, and then you helped create the whole slip.
Yeah, so we had Amon-Ra St. Brown under 1150 receiving yards.
Go ahead.
He's at 1050 now.
Yeah.
Okay, so 100 yards right there. We had CeeDee Lamb under 1225 receiving yards. He's at 1125 now. Yeah, this whole entire slip is gonna make you cringe. Devonta Smith we had him under 1100. He's at 1050 right now, so I think he's the one
under 1125.
Devonta Smith?
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
No, that's ETN.
Yep.
ETN we had under 1125 rushing yards. He's down to 1025, so there's 100 yards. This one's scary as hell, but he jumped significantly. Jonathan Taylor under 1300 rush yards. He's at 1175. And then Lamar Jackson, we had under 850 rushing yards. He's down to 750 rushing yards. So all 6 of those plays were bumped by 100 yards plus. Good. Besides Devonta Smith, who was bumped by 50.
Good job.
That's crazy.
We're gonna keep going because everybody's like, can we get more? Yeah, guys, I know. We're going.
It's absolutely crazy. And Matt, just to
projection. Go ahead.
Just to add to that one more time, ETN. Not only did we get that 100-yard discrepancy on Prizepicks, we got him at 1125 on Prizepicks on the under. We got the over on Underdog at 950. So 175-yard discrepancy. We got the under of 1150 on Amon-Ra St. Brown on Prizepicks. We got the over of 1,000 on Underdog. That is wild. So 150 and 175-yard discrepancy. Really, really, really good middling opportunity. I bet you both of them finish in the middle, and then I'm going to be really happy.
Joe Mixon off full touchdown. 6.5 on Underdog, 7.5 on Prizepicks. Dustin, can you fact check us? Tell me which one of those are off.
Yep.
Matt, what's your guess? Prizepicks or Underdog? Which one's off?
Well, based on what we're doing now, it's Prizepicks. Or sorry, it's Underdog gets off.
Yeah.
Mixon's at 7.5.
There you go. So he's off a full touchdown as well. Mixon, 6.5 on Underdog.
That is pretty crazy being off. See if we can
Guys,
find
the
some.
guys want the prize picks plays right now. And the guys, I'm sorry, they're sharp right now. Najee Harris under 7.5. If you guys want to middle that.
All right, I'm looking at receiving touchdowns to see if I can find anything. Devontae Adams is off a touchdown, receiving touchdown.
Yeah, but I feel like that's not as much for wide receivers, right? Especially superstars.
Yeah, CeeDee Lamb's off one. Just gonna keep telling you they're off one. But Jalen Waddle's off 1.5 receiving touchdowns.
Like that? How many is he projected
at? He's at 7.5 on Prize Picks. He's at 6 on Underdog.
7.5 on DK.
Yeah,
right,
so
there you
it's
go.
it's Underdog. Guys, take advantage of Underdog. If you haven't yet, use code DGF. 100% matchup to $100.
Jalen Waddle over 6 receiving touchdowns. 1.5 difference between those books.
Nuts. I'm gonna clear the board so we can find more guys. I'll keep the Najee Harris up there because that one's insane. And so is Burks. So I'll keep those two up there. You said who was that? Sorry, Waddle.
I got another one.
Over
Calvin
6.
Ridley off 1.5 receiving touchdowns. Dustin, what do you got Calvin Ridley on DraftKings? I bet you it's 6.5, isn't it?
Right.
He is 6.5.
I love that.
So
over.
underdog set to 5 receiving touchdowns on.
Yeah.
Hey, I bet you if Calvin Ridley was in the chat, he'd be taking the over too.
Hey, that was funny.
I'm just saying.
That was funny.
You're the worst.
Prize Picks sucks. LOL. Only Prize Picks is here for parlay play, and I enjoy UD also. What's
Hold
that?
on, so just for the people following, we have Jalen Waddle over 6 receiving touchdowns. We have Calvin Ridley over 5 receiving touchdowns, and Joe Mixon was over 6.5 rushing touchdowns.
Oh yeah, Mixon was another one.
Mixon was over what? 6.5 rushing touchdowns?
That's correct, right?
All right. Yep. I got another one. Can you tell me what Tyler Lockett's at? I bet you it's 6.5.
6.5.
Yep. So 6.5 on DraftKings, 6.5 on Prize Picks. He's at 5 on Underdog.
That is nuts, guys. What are we doing?
Oh my God!
Start tweeting these. Get some traction. These are crazy.
I got another one. What's Brandon Ayuk at? 6.
I'm just gonna keep going down, guys. Look.
Yep.
Lock it.
AIYUK.
Why are you telling me? I know how.
I know you know how to spell it.
Okay.
I don't know if they have them.
Oh my God, you're gonna make me do it? Okay, hold on.
Wait, well, we can just middle it.
I know, but I just want to see if DraftKings is. I want to see how off.
Yeah, I don't think that they have it up yet.
Brandon Ayuk.
So let me tell you why this is. Do. So let me tell you why this one is it's in terms of percentages why this one means a lot more for a 1.5 discrepancy because it's a lot harder for Brandon Ayuk to get a touchdown than these other players. 4.5 to 6 is a lot more of a. This is probably the best one we found so far. What's the most accurate, TJ? Let's go to No House Advantage real quick.
They don't have Brandon Ayuk.
They don't have him. Okay, so I would middle this. No questions asked right now. I would middle Ayuk 4.5 and 6. Boom. There you go. You guys want Prize Picks? There's Ayuk under 6. I think is a fantastic play.
Yeah, they don't have him, Dustin. Okay, you're off the hook.
Fantastic.
Sorry, love you.
That's a really good one.
Yep, it's another really good one. We're just finding what do they have on right
now. We have 4. We have 4 plays on Underdog currently.
Oh, I have Waddle,
well, we can
Ridley,
use that Ayuk.
Yeah, we can.
Let's see if we can find another one where the book agrees.
Sorry, I don't have Lockett.
Yep.
Yeah, Lockett's good.
Oh, I thought that was
That's
Tony.
5 right there.
That's 5. Yeah. So we have another.
I just want to. Hold on. Timeout. Hold on. Olave's off 1. There's gonna be one that's off 2. I know it. Just give me a second. It's gonna be crazy, and we're gonna be like, holy shit! I bet you it's Godwin. I bet you Godwin's at 7. Nope, they don't even have him for him. Bitch. Waller's off 1.
Are you good?
Godwin's 5.5 on.
McLaurin's off 1.5. He's at 3.5 on Underdog, 5 on Prize Picks. That's really low too. Dustin,
4.5 on the books.
I would. Okay. Yeah, I guess the over would be good then on Underdog, right?
Yeah. Yep, it would be good. Hold on. Now, would we want to replace that with?
Dude, that just seems so low.
With Ayuk?
Do we want to replace it?
Yeah, it really is. It really is. Just like thinking about
like
these
3.5, dude, for McLaurin.
3.5. That's on Underdog.
Yeah, it's at 3.5 on Underdog. Yeah.
Jesus.
What do we think? Wild. Do we want to replace?
I mean, I'm just going with the flow. The stream's watching this, so you guys can build it in any way you want. But I've been taking them off the board.
If the stream saw my vantage point right now and just saw how crazy fast I was going right now, I think somebody might throw up.
I wouldn't mind putting Terry McLaurin in if you think it's
well, yeah, because we have book support with the over on McLaurin opposed to Ayuk. The Ayuk one's fantastic. I would just love to see if DraftKings had a line for it.
Boom, that's a 5 pick there.
Yeah, that's a good over. Okay.
All right, so we're replacing Ayuk with
Yo, can somebody conduct a tweet and tell everybody to get in here? Because we're making NFL slips.
Yeah.
I would, but I'm cooking with gas right now.
Okay.
What else?
I'm working on it. Are you entering that slip right there, Teach? Because I'm ready to enter that. So.
I just did. Yep, I entered. I entered Mixon over 6.5 rushing touchdowns, Ridley over 5 receiving touchdowns, Lockett over 5 receiving touchdowns, Jalen Waddle over 6 receiving touchdowns, and Terry McLaurin over 3.5 receiving touchdowns. Ridley, Lockett, Waddle, and McLaurin all 1.5 touchdowns different than Prizepicks, and then McLaurin was 1.5 off, or excuse me, 1 off of Prizepicks, or excuse me, DraftKings, and then 1.5 off of Prizepicks. Mixon is 1 rushing touchdown off of both Prizepicks and DraftKings.
Now, just for the stream, just so you guys are aware, if you guys are joining for the first time, you're like, why are these idiots comparing projections and not taking their feelings into account? That's the entire point. So you guys have to consider, right? Like these companies, these DFS companies have been setting NFL lines for now 5+ years. They make money off of setting their projections, right? They're observing the market. It's very clear that Prizepicks is observing DraftKings. I don't know what Underdog's doing. They're drunk. They might want people to just run to their app. I have no idea. But guys, this is what you do. This is how you make money in the industry, by comparing, middling. The idiot that was in here, yes, that you're supposed to middle regardless of whether or not the rest of your legs hit. It's still mathematically going to make you profitable in the long run as long as you're doing it correctly. Now, we don't have any stats to really back up whether or not these are plus EV, but I can almost guarantee you, I will guarantee you that 1.5 discrepancies off for rushing, for receiving touchdowns for Ayuk and McLaurin are 1,000% plus EV. Like that's plus EV. 1.5 touchdowns for those caliber players are just insane. That's going to move the needle. So
I don't even care if that was Nelson Aguilar. I'm taking that shit. You know, like I don't care how caliber they are. If they're 1.5 touchdown differentials, like that's huge. I mean, that's huge.
Yeah, but my point is like 1.5 like passing touchdowns for Mahomes is not the same as receiving touchdowns for Ayuk, right?
For sure.
So
for sure.
No, you didn't miss anything if you guys are getting in here for the very first time. We're just building slips. We're building season-long slips. We're having fun because we have nothing else to look at. No esports right now. We're up to 84 viewers. We're comparing apps. If you guys are coming in for the first time, Ayuk, was he 6? He was 6 on Prizepicks. Yeah, 6 on Prizepicks. 4.5 on Underdog. McLaurin, 5 on Prizepicks. Right?
McLaurin 5. Was
4.5 on DraftKings. He's 3.5 on Underdog. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what Underdog's doing. They're crazy. They're crazy.
They're high.
And right. Dustin's dying. What's going on over there?
No. I just tweeted out for us. Well, it's going soon. There it goes.
So let's continue to look because guys, we've only been through half the league. I'd say not even close. I have Christian Watson next year. Watson. There's a touchdown right there. Look, you guys saw it right before your eyes. Right before your eyes. Dustin, what's Christian Watson on DraftKings?
Touchdowns. He is 4.5.
He's 4.5. So on Underdog, guys, he's 5.5. 1 touchdown higher. Prizepicks, he's 4.5. On DraftKings, he's 4.5. On Underdog, he's 5.5. Take the under there. Take the under.
Matt, please don't tell me what to do.
Did you hear that, TJ? Were you?
No, I'm tweeting.
Okay. Well, that one was good too.
It sounded good. Who was it?
Christian Watson.
Awesome.
Under 5.5 on Underdog.
Awesome.
Pat's unders are a lock from Kevin Mays, from Mr. Mays lays himself.
Relax there, Kevin. You relax.
Pat's unders are a lock. Oh.
Yeah.
I go, why are you being mean?
Yeah.
Why are people mean?
See, Bills
Mike Evans,
Bills fans
one
finally
touchdown
good.
off.
Now look at him.
What's Mike Evans? Is he 6.5 on DraftKings? Did we already look at him? I feel like we already did.
No, we haven't.
Yeah,
Oh my God, he's 7.5.
Is he?
Yes.
What?
All right, guys.
I will add minus 150 is what DraftKings has on the under of.
It does. That's still
just to
6.
say.
He's at 6 on underdog.
I'm just saying.
Guys, I'm gonna pee my pants. I have to pee. I'll be right back. I have to pee.
Worst splatter in the gambling community.
What is going on? 6 on underdog. Dude, that's insane. That's insane.
Taking it. So
Juju's
that's
nothing. We got Jefferson.
Gosh, this is getting me so fired up for NFL season. It's gonna hurt to wait for NFL season.
Oh, dude, we've only got 2 more months, kind of, sort of.
Oh my gosh, I know. I did that best ball draft, and I was just getting so pumped.
Just wait till you're doing like preseason drafts. I'm sure that will be a thing.
Oh yeah.
There's preseason DFS. I actually covered content on that when there was nothing else to do at one point.
Oh, for sure.
Ooh, Darren Waller. What's Darren Waller?
Touchdown still?
Yep.
We are at 4.5.
Oh, that's in the middle. Yeah, I don't like that. What's the juice in favor of? Or is it even?
Minus 120 on the over 4.5.
Yeah, I'll avoid that.
Plus 100 under.
That one's okay on but that's actually pretty good on underdog. He's at 4.
NHA doesn't have as many props here. Doesn't seem like. A couple of these guys we're looking for are not even over here.
All right, I'm back. Hi, guys.
Hi.
I'm back. Matt, do we want to go over the slips that we already posted? Because I know we just got like 15.
Why don't you? Because I haven't been able to.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah. All right, so guys, we've entered 2 slips over on underdog so far, NFL season longs. Okay, I'm gonna read them off to you. Number 1 is Najee Harris over 6 rushing touchdowns.
That one's fantastic.
Mark Andrews over 800.5 receiving yards. Traylon Burks lower than 825.5 receiving yards. Alan Lazard over 600.5 receiving yards. And then Chris Godwin less than 925.5 receiving yards. So that was the first slip that
I'm going to ask you to repeat that again, just because again they're entering slips. So if you guys want to get out your UD app and copy that, because again the reason that we're doing this, the way that we're doing this is we're comparing against 4 major apps. We find the lowest or highest line by far, and then we take that. So given that knowledge, TJ, can you repeat that?
Yep. So slip 1 was Najee Harris over 6 rushing touchdowns.
Fantastic.
We had Mark Andrews over 800.5 receiving touchdowns.
Receiving touchdowns, that would be a crazy amount. I'll tell you what.
Receiving yards, 800.5 receiving yards.
That would be more than Hall of Fame. That would be like,
we have Traylon Burke under 825.5 receiving yards. We had Alan Lazard over 600.5 receiving yards. And then we had Chris Godwin under 925.5 receiving yards. That was slip 1. The most recent one we just entered, all of these were off 1.5 receiving touchdowns.
Crazy.
From Prizepicks and DraftKings, besides Terry McLaurin, who was off 1.5 from Prizepicks and 1 from DraftKings. And then Joe Mixon was off 1 rushing touchdown to Prizepicks and to DraftKings.
Yep.
So we had Joe Mixon over 6.5 rushing touchdowns. We had Calvin Ridley over 5 receiving touchdowns. We had Tyler Lockett over 5 receiving touchdowns. We had Jalen Waddle over 6 receiving touchdowns. And then we had Terry McLaurin over 3.5 receiving touchdowns.
All right, TJ, would you like me to start you out with another slip, ones that you missed while you were gone?
Mm-hmm.
Did you say Mike Evans?
I heard Mike Evans.
Over
Mike
6.
Evans over 6. Yep. 7.5
7.
on the book.
Oh, he's at 7.5.
Is he? Is he, Dustin?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, yeah, 6 is even better then.
I see 7 on Prizepicks. He's at 7.5 on DraftKings. Is there juice on the under? It doesn't really matter at that point.
Yeah,
yes, it is.
Yeah.
And he's at 7 on NHA as well. So yeah, perfect. Let's load it up.
Darren
Mike
Waller,
Evans over
TJ. Darren Waller over 4 on underdog.
Darren Waller over 4 on underdog.
He's at 4.5 with juice on the over on DraftKings, and he's at 5 on Prizepicks.
Perfect. What about NHA? Do we have a probably?
Did you say Watson?
No Waller line on that.
Did you say Christian Watson? Did you already take advantage of that?
I did not.
That's in this slip. That's in this slip here that we're building.
Yeah.
Mike Evans,
under
Watson,
5.5 TJ for Watson.
Okay.
And those are the 3.
What did we have Watson at?
4.5 DraftKings.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, did we look up rushing touchdowns? I don't think we did that yet, did we?
I've kind of been.
I know we're kind of bouncing back and forth. Yeah. Like Jalen Hurts is at 11. Holy shit.
Yeah, but that's not even.
it's spot on, which is just
11.5 over here.
Yeah, I'm gonna start looking at rushing touchdowns. I know we had Najee Harris in
still
one.
Going.
Yeah. We're not stopping. I'm not fucking leaving. Kenneth Walker, who's an absolute menace. James Conner. Now I think one.
Hey, what's Christian Kirk on? Dustin on DraftKings.
Or which one?
Receiving touchdowns.
You had me on the rushing there. Hang on.
Sorry.
You had me in the first half. Not gonna lie.
All right, Kirk's at 5.5.
All right, so he's at 4.5 on underdog, guys. Christian Kirk.
I see your Kirk, and I raise you Cam Akers. Excuse me, Isaiah. I raise you Isaiah Pacheco. Isaiah Pacheco on 6.5 rushing touchdowns on Prizepicks, 5.5 on underdog, and he is at 6.5 on. He's not even listed on NHA Live.
6.5 on DK.
So underdog is one off right there. A little too low.
Yeah, and Kirk's on 5.5. He's on NHA at 5.5 too. So Christian Kirk way too low, 4.5, and Pacheco 5.5 over. There's a full slip. Do you guys see it? Can you all send these in the Discord?
We've seen the bias here in Christian Kirk. Notice how we haven't had any Patriots in these.
Yeah,
because there's no such thing as overs when it comes to Patriots. Come on.
Yeah, but how come? Where's the unders at then?
I'm not even gonna entertain that. To be honest with you.
Wait, do we want to take it a step further and correlate these guys?
Here he goes.
Yo, let's start correlating these players.
Can you correlate?
I think you can. Well, I mean, Trevor Lawrence, would you pair with all these guys? Was he too high or too low? I feel like he was too low. Darren Waller, who's his quarterback these days?
Jimmy G.
No, because he's on the Giants now.
Oh.
Darren Waller's on the Giants. That's why I was saying. I forgot where he went.
Jesus, see, look how out of touch I am in football right now.
Dude, it's all good.
Give us a little time. Giants, that's Daniel Jones, right? I mean, I don't think they've made.
I mean, they should, but he's still the quarterback.
Oh my god, that's crazy.
But guys, that's 5 right there. So I'm gonna get rid of this slip here. If we're gonna continue forward, that is Watson under 5.5. Mike Evans, I've had these guys up forever, over 6. Waller over 4. Christian Kirk over 4.5, and Pacheco over 5.5. The only under in this slip is gonna be Watson.
Watson.
All right. Going once, going twice. You guys got those in your slips?
Going once.
I'm talking to you guys, TJ and Dustin.
Yeah. Big time.
Okay. Boom. Exit kick just busted my 5 leg. Hold on, what happened? Did he hit the over at 5?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, we're going to get so much hate on that. That's so stupid.
He had 8 kills?
Yes.
What did they dominate?
8 kills?
Dude, was that one leg? I mean, was that one game?
Yes.
That's unbelievable.
Let's see. I'll tell you what.
It was a bloodbath, probably.
The Abadaj guy.
Abadaji.
Over 2.5. Abadaji. Yeah, he went over 2.5, so that's good.
Okay. So they just got a ton of kills. That's what happened. They just had fun.
They just had fun. He said, "Jesus Christ."
Yeah, he got 8.
Yeah, they had fun. It was. Let's see. Excel versus. They had 15. They had 15 kills. He had 8 of them.
Yeah. Of course.
That's crazy. He had 8 kills. Abadash had 3. Patrick 4. Huh. Interesting. Very interesting.
Hey, TJ, I don't know if you saw your phone.
Oh, no, it's in my
From
pocket.
our programmer.
Oh, perfect.
All right.
Slide.
Next on the list, let's keep going. Oh, I went all the way down to Pacheco. Shoot, I gotta go all the way back down. I didn't realize they had all these players posted.
Oh yeah. You know what I'm excited for? Hopefully they're not just gonna copy one of these apps, But parlay play, if they get some season long, I feel like we might be able to catch them sleeping.
Ooh, does parlay play have any season longs right now?
No, nothing yet. I'm keeping an eye out though.
Matt, we might have to send out a tweet.
Yeah.
Parlay play, can you please? Well, I didn't want to say that. Can you please? Can you please just give us some lines so we can take advantage of you?
Okay.
It would be very nice if we could just take advantage of you. I mean, yeah, sure, we'll do it. Yeah.
Yeah. Here's Christian Kirk at 300 yards off.
Yeah. Here you go. You want this? Yeah, perfect. Fine. Yeah. Why not?
Wait, they don't have Saquon up here yet? Why don't they have Saquon?
Who's that?
Prizepicks.
Oh, Saquon Barkley.
Dustin, what's his line on DraftKings? Saquon, if I can't compare the Prizepicks.
Rushing yards or touchdowns? Okay.
Rushing touchdowns.
Wait, touchdowns?
Correct.
Okay, you keep switching me up. All right.
But
touchdowns is... You set me up.
You set me up.
It's not popping up.
They don't have it, so either Underdog might be completely off with this projection, just FYI.
What does Underdog have it at?
It's at 7.5. I feel like that's low.
And that is
for Saquon?
Touchdowns for Saquon?
Yeah, and they just don't have any other. They don't have any other lines. So
NHA doesn't have it up either.
Yeah. I don't know. Just saying.
Interesting. So I'm gonna keep an eye on.
7.5 is just like.
Any other books that would have? No, right?
No.
Maybe Bovada. TJ, big Bovada guy. Go ahead, look it up.
Dude, Bovada. God.
I just saw the screen change in his glasses.
A little trip down memory lane with Bovada, man.
All right.
Before
Tony
plus
Pollard.
EV betting, before I knew what I was doing, Bovada just took all my money.
All right, Tony Pollard.
Back to college days.
Tony Pollard. Dustin, what's Tony Pollard at?
Matt, real quick, you didn't see me switch screens. You saw like the PTSD flashback that you see the meme of. That's exactly what that was. That wasn't me switching screens. It was just me getting PTSD.
Juice on the over under.
Minus 140 on the under of 8.5.
Okay. So he's at 7.5 on Underdog. Not bad.
8.5 on No House Advantage still.
8.5? Oh, okay. Yeah.
On No House, yeah.
Yeah, so there's another one, guys. Tony Pollard hit the over. Cowboys fans, I know that you're in here. I know there's some of you. They're everywhere.
They're fucking everywhere.
They're like wildfire, yeah.
I don't see any...
Saquon could be holding out. That's probably why. Yeah, but realistically, 7.5 is... Like, if he plays. Just saying.
Yeah, they probably had him up the other day and ripped it when he didn't go to camp.
Prizepicks, you're saying? Or Underdog? Yeah.
I bet you we could look it up on Twitter if somebody had it.
Oh, yeah. Can we check that?
Yeah, I'm looking.
Austin Eckler. Let's see. 8.5. 4.5. No. Did we go through all the wide receivers, TJ, for touchdowns?
Yeah.
You sure?
I did. Yeah, positive. Yep. More than welcome to go through them so that everybody can see. But yeah, I banged through receiving touchdowns. Yeah, I banged through all of them.
What's Jerry Jeudy at, Dustin? DraftKings, please. Sorry.
Jerry Jeudy, you looking for touchdowns or yards?
Touchdowns. Always touchdowns so far.
Actually, Matt, I lied to you. I didn't do these bottom guys.
5.5?
Yep.
Juice on the...
Slight juice, minus 120, under 5.5.
Jerry Jeudy, 4.5 on Underdog.
Mm-hmm.
Another one.
Jerry Jeudy.
There's probably some ones that I didn't say because I was only looking for 1.5s off because I figured those were the best ones since I found a couple. Well, so there's definitely some still on this board that are one off for sure.
Don't be soft. What's Jamar Chase on DraftKings, Dustin?
Let's see.
He has an even line on both books. That's weird.
10.5, minus 120 on the under 10.5.
Oh, that makes sense then. Okay. Amari Cooper. Ayuk we already saw. Marquise Brown. Who's he play for? The Cardinals? Brown.
I can't believe Traylon Burks is off 100 yards. That's crazy.
Joku.
Marquise Brown's 4.5.
Who?
Marquise Brown's 4.5 on DK.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what you've seen him at.
Yeah, he's at 4.5 on everything. Yo, what's Kyle Pitts at? I know TJ likes that name.
Kyle Pitts has been the downfall of every fantasy football
4.5
season I've had for the last 2 years.
DK.
On the over or under?
Minus 120 under 4.5.
Okay.
Absolute downfall. I refuse to give up on him.
I don't know how much further.
TJ's gonna be the guy when he bangs this season. I told you guys.
Yeah.
I told you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Keenan Allen, what's he at?
He's a handsome devil, that boy Keenan Allen there. 5.5, minus 120 under.
Okay. I think we found all the receiving touchdowns for the most part.
Did we really look into rushing yards that much? I feel like we didn't do too much.
Rushing yards? I did. I banged through them quick. We can go through it again though. Let's see. Did I do this? I think I did.
I think you maybe did a couple. I don't know if you did all of these.
Swift is off 25. They don't have Cam Akers. AJ Dillon's off 75 yards. Brian Robinson's off 50. Ooh, Rashard White's off 100 yards. Dustin,
Can you say these out loud?
Yeah, can you look up Rashard White? Rachaad.
655. Sorry, 650.5.
He's at 650.5
on DK minus
Holy
130.
Shit. And that's his rushing yards, correct?
No, that's his touchdowns.
Oh, fuck you. Okay, so you said he's at 650.5 rushing yards on DraftKings, correct?
Holy shit, yeah.
He's at 675 on NHA. He's at 699 on Prizepicks. He's at 800 on Underdog.
Wait, who is it? Sorry, I wasn't listening.
This is unreal.
Rashard White, running back for the Bucks.
God.
I'm going to read it out to you again, Matt. He's at 650 on DraftKings.
Yeah.
675 on NHA.
Yeah.
700 on Prizepicks.
Yeah, 800.
He's at 800 on Underdog.
There you go, guys. That's a great one. That team sucks. They're in shambles. Take the unders.
I think Kevin did the dirty work for us, and they have to play 5 games for this to count. Just a heads up.
Okay, cool. So yeah, somebody asked that question. Thank you.
Cool. 5 games for its count, which can be good or bad depending if you have the over or the under.
Based on our slips here, it's mainly bad.
Yeah, it's not going to be good. Let's hopefully we get some healthy bodies.
Mainly bad.
We need healthy bodies. Okay, so that Rashard White play, especially on the under where they have to play 5 games, like that's fantastic. That's one of the better ones we found. So Rashard White under 800 yards, really good.
I'm still looking, by the way.
Aaron Jones is off 75 yards. If you want to look him up.
800.
He's at 800 on Prizepicks?
Yep. No, on DK.
On DK, yeah. He's at 800 on Prizepicks. He's at 875 on Underdog, so 75 yards higher.
Dude, there's some real money to be made. I did not know that these discrepancies existed.
Oh, yeah. I've been meaning to do this, and I'm just happy we're doing it here on stream because
I mean, this is
so
good
much
content,
easier to
right?
do with multiple people. Yeah, but even then, it's just so much easier to do with multiple people.
I feel like I should turn this into a video. Yeah?
I was kind of waiting for you to be like, I'm going to go.
Oh, you don't want to do it anymore?
What do you mean?
I was going to turn this live stream into a video.
Oh, the live stream into a video. Oh, yeah. Oh, perfect. Yeah. No, that works. I thought you were going to say
Olave?
you were going to go.
Chris Olave, where's he at? Might have found one.
No, I don't think that they have him for rushing yards unless you're back on
touchdown. It's Olave.
Oh, that's so stupid.
That's receiving touchdowns and receiving yards.
Sorry, we were on that.
He could be
receiving yards 1,000.
No, receiving touchdowns, Dustin, for me. Sorry.
Jesus.
It's this fucking kid,
5.5.
Okay. Good juice on the under, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
Olave, 4.5. Full TD off of Prizepicks and also DraftKings and probably No House Advantage. Let me just make sure. Yeah, he's 5.5 on No House Advantage, guys. That's another great one. Olave, 1 receiving touchdown off. Another rover.
Guys, we took Lamar Jackson under rushing touchdowns on Underdog, right?
6.5, right?
Yep. Dustin, can you look up his rushing yards on DraftKings, please?
Did we actually take that, or did we not remove that from the slip?
We might have removed it. Yeah. Can you tell me his rushing yards though?
Yep.
Lamar.
Somebody said ETN is 75 off UD and PP.
Well,
like you mean like a middle, right? HUD.
We got him at a 200-yard discrepancy. Yeah. If you followed the Twitter. Okay, 725. You said.
Yep.
Lamar Jackson 725 on DraftKings, 750 on Prizepicks, 825 on Underdog. So if you want to double dip there, you're already taking the under rushing touchdowns. You can go ahead and take the under rushing yards.
Ooh, George Pickens for.
I don't think Matt heard what I said.
Sorry, go ahead. Say it again.
Did you hear anything I just said about Lamar Jackson?
Something about his yards.
That's insane. You just none of that registered with you. Lamar Jackson under rushing yards on Underdogs at 825. He's at 750 on Prizepicks, 725 on DraftKings.
Okay, I'll go ahead and throw that in here. So
100 off,
guys. There's a five person slip here. TJ, if you want to put this into to track it.
Yep.
All very good. Tony Pollard over 7.5 rushing touchdowns. He's off full touchdown there.
Okay, hold on. Pollard, you said under?
Over
7.5. Okay.
Yep. Jerry Jeudy over 4.5 receiving touchdowns.
Yep.
Rashad White under 800.5.
Yep.
Olave over 4.5.
Ooh. Now you have Olave.
He's off a full touchdown.
Okay.
And Lamar Jackson under.
So I have that same slip, but instead of Olave, I had Aaron Jones under 875 because he was off 100 rushing yards. So whatever way you work it, I mean, Matt, you could turn that into three picks if you didn't want, you know what I mean? Like that's 6 plays right there that all have big discrepancies.
Yeah.
We have legitimately found. We found 16 crazy discrepancies.
Yeah.
In this last half hour.
Like if you think about it in terms of percentages, like all these are like 60 plus. I'm like no cap on this app.
Yeah.
Seriously.
No, for sure.
Pickens, by the way,
Pickens
3.5 on DraftKings 4.5 on DraftKings, 3.5 on Underdog.
Yep. That was the guy who I was going to say next. Yep. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this slip, guys. Hopefully you have it. Getting rid of it, and we're starting with Pickens next. Pickens over. That's terrifying because I couldn't name another wide receiver there for the Steelers that are relevant.
Antonio Brown.
Wow. And moving along. Pickens is where we left off. DJ Moore. Nothing. Debo. Wait. That seems low.
What is it?
Why is Debo Samuel supposed to be at 4.5? I guess because he gets rushed, but CMC's in town. Is that low? Is he? Use him. 4.5 seems really low for him. Just saying.
4.5 on DraftKings.
Yeah, on everything. Anyway, ignore me, guys. Don't listen to that. It's probably gonna end with 4.
Oh my god. Probably gonna end with 4. He said.
Zard. Addison, Kittle. Have we tapped out? Are we nearing the end here?
I'm just checking. I'm checking Twitter real quick to see if we're missing out on anything.
I am checking the other optimizers just to see too.
Gotcha. Well, we'll go ahead and get off here after these last couple plays because I also have to eat and actually work. Past this.
Still nothing here on No House Advantage really.
Yeah, I got nothing here.
All right, yeah, I got some things that I gotta.
We've been streaming for like almost an hour and
a half,
45 minutes.
Yep.
All right, guys, thank you for tuning in. We'll tweet out these slips, TJ, if you could do so.
Yep.
Might post this to YouTube. Might get some traction. Otherwise, guys, thanks for hanging out. If you haven't signed up for any of these apps, use code DGF. We will talk to you soon. Any last words, guys?
We love you guys. Get those slips in and let's win some season long money.
Heck yeah. Let's cash.
Love you guys.